The term echoes through history, a chilling reminder of a new kind of warfare, Blitzkrieg. But this isn't just a historical term, it's a lesson in strategy, in consequence, and in the devastating power of unchecked ambition. This is why you need to know the story of Blitzkrieg. It changed how wars were fought and how millions would suffer. It redefined the battlefield, erasing the lines between combatant and civilian and ushering in an era of total war. The world would never be the same. Let's step back to 1939, where the world's darkest storm began. Tensions had been simmering for years, treaties broken, and old wounds reopened. The stage was set for a conflict unlike any the world had ever seen. You're watching Legacy of Empire Part 10, Adolf Hitler's story, the Blitzkrieg, a chapter in history that would forever be etched in the annals of human conflict. September 1939, a month that would become synonymous with the start of World War II, a month that changed the course of the 20th century. The world gasped as tanks thundered across muddy roads, a seemingly unstoppable force of metal and aggression. These were not the slow, lumbering tanks of the previous war. These were the spearhead of a new kind of war, engines roaring. The sound of impending doom, the mechanical heartbeat of the Blitzkrieg. Overhead, the drone of bombers shook the skies, a constant reminder of the aerial assault that was to come. The Luftwaffe, Hitler's air force, was a key component of the Blitzkrieg strategy. And families fled, clutching children, their faces etched with terror as they sought refuge from the onslaught. Homes were abandoned, lives uprooted, as the Blitzkrieg swept across the land. As explosions shattered city outskirts, the earth trembled, buildings crumbled, and the skies rained fire. Hitler had unleashed Blitzkrieg, a storm of steel and fire, a calculated act of aggression that would plunge the world into darkness. Lightning War, they called it, a fitting name for the speed and ferocity of the attack. The strategy? A combination of coordinated air and ground attacks designed to overwhelm the enemy's defenses. Speed, the key to breaking through enemy lines and disrupting their ability to respond. Surprise, catching the enemy off guard before they could mobilize their forces. Shock, a swift and overwhelming display of force designed to shatter morale and paralyze resistance, no trenches to hide behind. The static defenses of World War I were obsolete, no warning before the destruction. The attack came swiftly and without mercy, just devastation, city by city, reduced to rubble, hour by hour. The relentless advance continued, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Bridges crumbled, infrastructure collapsed. German flags rose over smouldering ruins, a symbol of conquest and the brutal reality of occupation. Every domino fell in terrifying sequence. One nation after another succumbed to the Blitzkrieg's relentless advance. France and Britain declared war, a desperate attempt to halt the aggression, but it was too late. The wheels of war were already in motion, and the Blitzkrieg was unstoppable. Poland was overwhelmed. Its defenses shattered, its people scattered, its nation conquered. Europe realized this war would be unlike any before. The old rules of engagement were gone, replaced by a new and terrifying reality. In London, crowds stood silent, faces pale with fear. The threat of war had become a terrifying reality. Polish resistance fought on, hopeless but defiant. A testament to the human spirit in the face of overwhelming odds, the Blitzkrieg worked. It achieved its objectives with terrifying efficiency, and Hitler's hunger only grew. The taste of victory fueled his ambition, driving him to seek further conquest. Next, he would turn west, toward France. The next target in Hitler's sights, a nation that believed itself to be secure behind its Maginot Line. And history would tremble again. The world held its breath, waiting to see if France could withstand the onslaught. Subscribe for Part 11, The Fall of France. The story of how the Blitzkrieg shattered the illusion of French invincibility.